It's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you. Oh, oh, I can't believe you love me. Oh, oh, I just feel so lucky. Oh, oh, still can't believe you love me. I hope it never ends. Let's being more than friends. Yeah. You know I'm here to stay every single day. Yeah. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you. Oh, oh, I can't believe you love me. Oh.
Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle, and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
What is going on, Gabby? Thanks for your donation. Dee Dee, how you doing? Good to see you. Bartman, what is up? Zimmy, how you doing? Philippe, what is going on? How's everybody tonight? It's Monday. We have survived another manic Monday. Wish it was Sunday. That's my fun day. That's what I always say. That's what I say. I've heard it before, and I'll say it again. What is coming towards me in love? Gabby wants to know. Let's find out. By going to the Tarot Tower. The Tarot Tower. I think we're going to the Tarot Tower. Is it functional? Yes. The camera is working. The camera is fully functional today. I like it. I think it's interesting. All right, Gabby, we need to start off with this particular tarot right here, otherwise known as the Modern Witch Tarot. I love this one. This is nice. This is interesting. This has a lot of good stuff in it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you only had one deck, it probably wouldn't be this one. I'd probably get a different deck. But if you only had one deck and it was this one, I think you're going to be pretty happy with it. All together. Rain, I think, for your donation. I appreciate that. You got a little week ahead action going on over there. That's what I need. We need some week ahead. Like, what is coming? What kind of things are on the list? What kind of things are going to be in the next dimension? In the next dimension of this life. All right, let's see. Let's go with it. Coming towards me in love. Man, Queen of Cups. That's nice. This is something where, all right, this is something where it gets better. Things improve. We have little things that are better. We have some slight things that sort of make improvements here and there. Overall, it looks decent. It looks decent indeed with this, because a lot of times you are kind of stuck on something where you're just not happy, where you're just not, all of these things just aren't going in, the ducks aren't in the row. Or the things are sort of hitting a dead end. We're not getting a lot of progress, not getting a lot of movement with that. Five of Pentacles does say that there is sort of a destination for you, right? Sort of a mixture of things that work and things that don't work. I don't think that you have anything just the ultimate ending relationship or anything like that waiting in the sidelines. I do think you have an Ace of Wands, Five of Pentacles. We have new connections. We have new things happening with fire signs, all right? Fire signs seem to be, seem to be something that's pretty excited, and also seem to be something that's a little bit temporary as far as that's concerned, but that's okay. Five of Pentacles says there are better options out there. And this connection in particular is not something that's like permanent or not something this is like really weighted or whatnot. The Five of Pentacles says this is something, a little bit of a temporary thing there. Anyway, so we do have a fire sign that's going to be a little temporary short-term relationship. I think it'll be all right. A little short-term relationship works at the end of the day. Queen of Cups. It says things need to get rounded out right now. I think you're sort of in that mode of extremes. Either it's extremely successful, it's great, or it's extreme failure. You don't seem to have a middle ground there sometimes to where you're just happy about everything or looking at everything sort of in the perspective that we need to be looking at that. But basically, I see a fire sign sort of coming in, checking it out, having something decent come, a little temporary thing going, but that's going to be all right. That is going to be all right at the end of the day. Anyway, Gabby, good luck with that. Hopefully everything works out with that. Raina, Jesus, sound like you're having a rough time over there. All right, let's see what is going on. What is going on in the week ahead? In the week ahead, we want to use the Thoth just because you need to have more of a rough time, apparently. I mean, you know what I mean? Lady, welcome. Honey Delight, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. We got a little, a lot of stuff going on over there. All right, we'll see. We got the week ahead. I might have to click the right thing going on there. Anyway, we got Raina and Boo. Oh, Raina changed. Okay, Raina. Oh, that really freaked out my program. That really freaked out my program when you changed your name right there. That's pretty weird. Man, anyway, it's like it found the name, but then it went and updated the name dynamically. And because the name was dynamically updated, it put it in a different list. It's pretty interesting. Anyway. All right, let's see what we got going on in PayPal. I got a PayPal donation. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. We are looking at a VFP. VFP, thank you for your donation. All right. Let's see what is going on in the week ahead. The Fool. This is a journey. This is a journey indeed that we are on. A lot of lessons, a lot of things happening with this, right? A lot of lessons, a lot of things happening with this indeed. The Fool says we are on a journey of a place unknown, or we are on a place where we don't really know what the end result is. The result just doesn't seem to make sense, or the result just doesn't seem to be the one that we needed, the one that we kind of wanted. Okay, thank you for your donation. Valentina, I got your donation over PayPal. Thank you so much. We do have a level of control that has just been lost at this point. It seems like things are just out of control. Things are spinning out of control. And this week is time to kind of figure it out, or try to bring that back into focus, bring that back into scope, just to make sure that things are going to be okay. Hello, B. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. But yeah, you do have a little bit of a fiery aspect in here. I think that's because you have to take a lot of action right now. There's a lot of sort of things you have to move through, things we need to go through right now that seem to be something we didn't really want to go through. We do see the loss that you're discussing as well. We do see sort of the Lover's card right next to sort of taking all of these things and trying to sort of process them, taking all of these things and trying to sort of carry them along, because it seems a lot of this needs to be carried, a lot of this needs to be handled, and a lot of things to do on the outset of here. But yeah, it looks like a rough week. I mean, it sounds like you've had a rough week. It looks like a rough week coming up, mainly because you need to carry on. Mainly because you need to do some things, do some activities related to all the things that are happening over there. So it's just kind of not something that you can get out of, not something that you really wanted to get out of, but something you do have to deal with in the meantime. A lot of connections are lost. A lot of connections are have been severed, and it's creating a weight, and a thick weight that is sort of things that we need to carry around right now that, a lot of times we're not ready for, but we sort of have to, because that is the situation at hand. But yeah, things will come under control. Things will smooth out. Things will calm down. But it is a journey that must be taken right now, even if that journey is something that does weight on us, or something that does kind of, be like, this is not something that I expected, not something that I want to deal with. But, that's the way it goes. Gabby, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. Let's see, what else do we got on the dono realm? We have, I think, what is Sarah? Sarah's next. No, Honey Delight. is next. Honey Delight wants to know something. They want to know. Secret Santa is coming up at work. And let's see. Secret Santa is coming up. Okay. Secret Santa is... Okay, question below. Let's see. Let me click it. Okay, Secret Santa is coming up at work, and I am choosing not to participate. I'm gonna just not participate at all. Will this bring even more negative energy? Because I don't want to participate with them a-holes. You know what I mean? I don't want to participate with them a-holes. And they know they're a-holes because I've told them that they're a-holes. Will this create more grief? Will this create more drama? Because I am not going to be a Secret Santa. I've had enough of Santa. I've had enough of Secret Santa with these people. And I want them to go away. If they would go away, that would be fantastic. I don't know. Let's see, a Secret Santa. If I wasn't going to participate in Secret Santa, Tosh, thank you for your donation. I guess I would choose. I don't know. This might hurt tarot. This might hurt tarot. Is that kind of cliche at this point? I mean, every time something bad happens, I reach for the this might. Is that cliche? Have I gone the route of just pure cliche at this point where everything I do is predictable? Everything, you know what I'm saying? It may be. It may be indeed. If I'm not going to participate with them assholes, I'm going to use the this might hurt tarot because it indeed might hurt. Secret Santa. Ain't nobody got time for no Secret Santa. Boo-boo. Thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. All right. Well, let's see. The Moon, Two of Wands, and the Magician. You know, I don't think it'll cause more grief. I think that they have the grief that they were going to cause you. They already, excreted it out of themselves. And they laid it on you. They realized that you're not the participating type. And that's okay, right? The Moon. This is something I want to do. This is something I'm not connected. I have a lot of disconnection from this. And I'd rather be somewhere else, quite frankly. The Two of Wands, Dominion. I'd rather have more control over. I think that the tarot is kind of telling you that you kind of are reaching for more control at work. I think they've taken a lot of control out of your hands, quite frankly. I think that you have a little bit of control left, this smidgen of command, of control, of independence left. And you feel like that if you're going into these group activities, you're letting them know that it's okay to be an a-hole. You're letting them know it's okay to just have this rift or have these problems. And you almost like you're signing up for some of the drama, right? And they understand that you just don't want a part of that and all that. Magician says you're going to be able to come out of it. No problem. Get the Secret Santa and kick him under the bus. Just kick him under the bus. The Magician says not going to be a problem. You have the command, the needed things that you're going to have to get through this. Two of Wands says find something else to do and get the Dominion, get that command, that control back by not participating, not being in there, right? Getting a little bit of the protest, letting them know it's not okay for what is going over there. Anyway, Sarah, what will be the highlight of 2022? That's the first time I've had that question. I was thinking today, I've read about 20,000 plus readings. I've read about 20,000 plus readings at this point because I do about 1,000 readings a month. More lately. I do about 1,000 readings a month. And, I think that this is the time. This is the time to where I've hit probably 20,000 readings at this point. That's a lot of readings. And I've never had that question. What will be the highlight of 2022? I like it. I think it's interesting. It gets right to the point. It gets right to the point. It's like, give me this. And that's what the tarot is all about. Give me this, give me that, do this, do that. I think that is going to be exciting indeed. Justice reversed. All right. Eight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. We had a couple of eights. We have an eight now, Eight of Swords and Eight of Pentacles. Okay, we're not able to get things done. The Page, we seem to have messages about that. What would be the highlight of 2022? Now, you mean the big event? Do you want to know bad events and good events, or do you only want to know good events? I mean, is that the question? I think, okay, entertainment purposes only. Entertainment purposes only. Please don't give me bad news. Okay, well, that answers my question. All right. The highlight of this is the relationship that you stumble into. The relationship that you stumble into. A bit on the awkward side. But it is nice. It is nice. This is something, it's almost, okay, basically, it's almost like you meet somebody, even if the relationship failed, they'd be one of your best friends. Even if the relationship went in the crapper, they'd still be one of your best friends. You have so much in common with this person. You have so much sort of hanging on to this person. It feels like a very, very exciting relationship, very good communication. It feels like you could tell them anything and they can tell you anything as well. Mana's Talk Sessions, welcome. How you doing? Good to see you. Justice reversed. It feels like this is something that really connects, really makes the grade. Eight of Pentacles. Okay, at work, basically, you get another position. I think almost like at the same work kind of thing. You get another opportunity at work. I think it's a pretty good opportunity. You also get a raise. And another opportunity at work. It's going to be pretty exciting. Another opportunity, the Page of Pentacles, launching into something that's going to be different, going to be fun. I'm hardworking. I like the way it is done. Also think you have an opportunity for either an advancement or some sort of an education thing. I would take the education thing. I would take it and run with it. Absolutely. And again, there's this weird and fun and cool relationship that you get into that even if it didn't work out, you can tell them anything. You have a lot of good conversations, a lot of good sort of synchronization with this particular person throughout the years. I think that is what are some of the highlights of 2022. GK wants to know what P's next move towards me. They're a Virgo. You never know with the Virgos. I'm a Virgo. I'm going to tell you now. You never know with them Virgos. GK, you just don't. You've been saying that for a while like that. I mean, I'm just saying. You talk about the relationship or the sort of the lateral move and whatnot. It is coming. Lateral move is coming. You have that a lot. You get that a lot. I mean, that is sort of all over your spread with the cards and whatnot. We see that quite a bit, actually. Anyway, what appears next move towards me? The Virgo. I think it's going to be a good move. I like it. The Two of Cups, pretty simple, pretty easy. Is there an X in their life? I mean, I'm just asking, are they with somebody now? Are they with somebody right now? Or is there an X that's sort of hovering around things like this? You do have a Seven of Swords, right? Seven of Swords into the Ace of Wands, almost like I have an opportunity with an X, but you know, sort of the connection that we have is sort of stopping me from doing much, right? Injured warrior. I don't really, you know what I mean? I don't really sort of have that opportunity that I need here. The Nine of Wands, right? This is somebody that kind of boring me, somebody is sort of, I need to shake, I need to get out of and stuff like that. Linda, welcome to the stream. But the Nine of Wands is the injured warrior next to the Seven of Swords. Almost like an X keeps coming back, or somebody keeps coming back for this P person, is what I'm saying. Two of Cups. I think you have a lot of good connection. We have a lot of possibilities here, but this other thing is sort of interfering with how it goes or where it needs to be or sort of what the pathway, next big pathway is, right? Ace of Wands, basically, means that you end up getting a situation where you have to say something and it sparks something else. So you say something and it sparks a new environment, or it sparks a new challenge, or it sparks something new and interesting as it goes along. I think that's going to be one of the more important things. It's almost like it gets to a place to where you have to do the last move or the next little move, right? You don't have to do anything dramatic or anything, but you have to do some type of move that lets them know to go forward, lets them know to do this or do that. I think the next move is going to be basically a connection, somebody lingering in the background, and you're going to have to sort of deal with all of that. That is sort of an inconvenience. I would say it's more of an inconvenience than anything else. Noel, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. All right. What do we got going on next? Hello, B. Gonna meet an earth sign. Might as well get those earth signs. Those earth signs, they are super duper dependable. They are super duper dependable. If I'm going to be dependable, I'm going to go with Mr. Dependable himself. The Dark Mansion Tarot is what I'm saying. The Dark Mansion Tarot. By the way, the last deck that we used was my deck. If you like it, link in the description. Link in the description for getting you one. We have a jumper. This thing did not want to go back in. It did not want to go back in the pool. It leaped out of the pool. It started swimming around. We got another jumper. It leaped out of the pool. It started swimming around. We got the double jumper action over here. This is nonstop. Hello, B. The tarot wants to tell you something. The tarot wants to tell you something right now. It seems we got a double jumper situation, and they want to let you know something. But what is it, right? Six of Cups, Page of Wands. All right. What is a career, profession? What kind of things does this person do? The Star and the King of Cups, Six of Cups, and the Page of Wands. It's almost like a counselor. It's almost like a counselor, somebody that helps people on a daily basis, somebody that makes a difference. This is somebody that makes a difference in other people's lives. Right? Just does that. This is not somebody that goes to work in some factory. It's not somebody that has some managerial thing to where they have to do this or that. This is like somebody that makes a difference, somebody that makes their own path, but also somebody that makes a sort of, makes people, guides people or has people following them kind of thing. You have the Star up here. This is somebody that makes a pathway for somebody. In other words, maybe they could be a guidance counselor. Maybe they could be just a regular counselor helping people across. They could have a lot of different things they could be doing. The Six of Cups definitely says this is somebody that's involved either with families or with other people, which again leans me in the direction of a counselor. Doesn't it feel like it? I connect with people. I help people along because they seem to be stuck. They don't seem to know where they're going. They don't seem to know where the conclusion, the things are ending. And I guide them. I provide a pathway for some people. King of Cups, I have to be emotionally separated from all of the stuff that I do. Again, it feels like there's something like a counselor or someone's guiding somebody or basically helping someone, right? I'm making the pathway for them. I need to be emotionally separated, keeping at a distance, very important. But this is something that involves family or connections or making connections with other people that really they're lost their way. I'm able to guide them in the way that is. Could even be a tarot reader. It could be an astrology reader. It could be a doctor. Somebody that helps people, sees people on a daily basis and helps them, gives them a pathway to go. So there you go. Could be several different things. But anyway, that gives you a little bit of a heads up on that. That's what you kind of need. Anyway, who is my future husband? If I will ever have one. If I will ever have a future husband, I'm going to say the Dark Mansion Tarot will let us know who that is. It'll let us know. It'll guide us in that direction. Just like the guidance we had in the Star 1 minute ago. It could be that. It could be that indeed. Who is your future husband? 10 of Wands, interesting. Page of Swords and the 10 of, a couple of tens. Someone that makes new things happen. Somebody that makes new things happen. Somebody that has the ability to create new environments, to create new things, to create open doors, maybe for other people or just maybe for themselves. They don't seem to have a problem creating these doors. 10 of Wands, even though it is a new creation, in sort of the end of the Wands and whatnot, it does sort of hint at this is somebody that takes on a load of work. Maybe they're doing interviews all day. Maybe they had an interview at 2:30, one at 12:30, and one at 4:30 today. Maybe that they're just busy prepping and doing all of these things and working all of these things. 10 of Wands, they have taken on way too much. Way too much. And it feels like that it's really kind of affecting them at some point. It's somebody, maybe a little bit of a workaholic as is. Valentina, you are next. You did not miss your reading. Marina, welcome to the stream. How you doing? But yeah, the 10 of Wands, they took on too much. A little bit of a workaholic as it goes. Now, Page of Swords is important here. This is the future husband, is somebody who is able to really sort of get into your head, make you understand what they need, what they think. They're able to understand you as well. That's a really good connection, right? Really good connection, very powerful connection. It feels like they have a lot of ease with what they do. They walk through life with a lot of ease as well. A 10 of Cups, they're a good family person too, right? Even though they're workaholic, even though they took on too much, even though maybe they had an interview at 12:30, 2:30, and 4:30, the 10 of Cups says they're a good family person when they're not doing all of this other stuff, when they're not bombed with work and all of these things. It seems they have other things that they are doing, and that is with the family. They love family. They like being there. They enjoy the process. They enjoy hanging out. They enjoy just being in that environment. I think that is going to be something that's very important indeed. All right, Valentina wants to know something. Valentina, all right. Curiosity, my ex, CS. All right. Valentina wants to know my ex. CS. Used to have his bedroom, couple of things that are mine. Has my stuff. All right. Has my stuff. Does he keep it too? Reminiscing about me, just keep them. Okay. Why is he keeping that? Okay. Basically, the ex, they got my stuff. Why are they keeping it? Do they, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Did they chuck it all in the garbage? Or are they keeping it? Are they staring at it and reminiscing about me? Maybe reminiscing about me. Like, what's going on with my stuff? What do they do with my stuff? If I lost my stuff to somebody, an ex, I would lose it by getting the Art Nouveau Tarot. The Art Nouveau Tarot is all about lost stuff. It's about money. It's about lost stuff. Somebody asked me in the comments if this was laminated. Yeah, it is. Look, you can see. That is a laminated deck right there. It's light lamination, though. It's not like the super duper heavy lamination. You know what I mean? You ever get those decks that are so damn laminated you can't even shuffle with them anymore? I'm just saying. You can't even shuffle with that crap anymore. You're like, why do people do this stuff? What are they doing with all this lamination? Why do they need to stack it on that thick? Is it really necessary? I mean... Anyway, all right, CS has my stuff. Why is he keeping all that stuff? Why is he keeping all that stuff? I think he keeps it because he knows it's yours and he still kind of likes you a little bit. A little bit, still kind of likes you. I do think that they kept your stuff. They did. We have the Queen of Pentacles, complete with the rabbit, as it's supposed to be. The Queen of Pentacles is hanging on to things. Very emotional about their things too, right? Is water and earth combined. They're very emotional about things, okay? The moon, we still have this connection. We still have this connection. That's the way it goes. It's going to be all right for everybody. It's going to be all right. The moon, howling at the moon connection is there. I think that's going to be important. It's going to be cool for everybody. For every single person, I think that's going to be important. So yeah, they still like that connection. They still have that psychic feeling in that stuff. And they're keeping it, right? They're keeping it. They are keeping it because you do have not only this, with the water being emotionally about it, being emotionally connected, but you have the hanging on the rest card. And there is a place to put stuff. There's a place to put stuff in here, and I think they're storing it. They are storing it. They're storing it. So I do think they're keeping it, and they kind of miss you a little bit. A little bit, they miss you, right? A little bit on there. You don't have like the Devil or the Tower where they kept it just for spite's sake or anything like that. I think it's emotional. It is. You got the Queen sitting there, and that moon. It really kind of seals the deal about this being an emotional thing. Donna, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Tosh, will A come tonight and see me? Is A going to head over tonight? Are they heading over right now? Are they literally driving right now to see me? You know what will tell me this? Will tell me this. If A is coming right now, the Divine Tarot is going to let me know. They are just going to let me know, is what I'm saying. Andrew, welcome to the stream. How you doing? All right. Let's see if they're going to head over that way. You know what I mean? If they are going to head over that way. Let's see. All right. I'm going to say 8 of Swords, 10 of Wands, and the 4 of Cups. That's a big no. It doesn't look good for just tonight. I mean, I'm just saying, a yes or no question. We got a couple of things that indicate just a no at this point. 8 of Swords, restrictions card. We just talked about this on the Patreon stream today. We did. We talked about it on the Patreon stream. If you're not a member of the Patreon stream, there's so much stuff coming. There's so much stuff coming for that. I'm just saying. 8 of Swords talks about restrictions. I can't get it. I can't get that connection. I can't get the things done that I need because it's 10 of Wands. It's too damn much. This is too much too, sir. It's too much. I can't do that right now, right? I can't do that right now. It's not something I want to do. It's not something that I want to do. It's almost like I've had enough. I've had enough, and tonight doesn't seem convenient for anybody. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't seem convenient. The 4 of Cups, I'm being offered something I just don't want. I just don't want. I'm going to go with a no, Tosh. I'm sorry. I'm going with a no. The tarot is indicating a negatory there, and that is a no. All right. I put my money in the money press. So there's a money press that I got for this. Basically, it makes the trick look better. It makes the trick look more realistic. All right, let me know if it made it look more realistic. Let me know if it made it look more realistic. Because what we have. Linda, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Is we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have bills sticking together. We got 1. We got 2. We got 3, 4, and 5. Got $5. $5. What can you do with $5? You can't do anything with $5 is what you can do. Okay. You can't do anything with $5. That's why when you go to Kickstarter, you need $100. You need a lot more than $100. You need 100, 200, 300. This will buy you 5 decks on Kick. Let's face the facts now, can we? This will buy you 5 decks on Kickstarter at this point. Okay, it'll buy you 5 decks on Kickstarter because Kickstarter decks are freaking expensive. Ain't nobody got time for Kickstarter decks. It's just outrageously expensive at this point. Anyway, let me know if that press that I did, if the press I did makes it look a little bit better. If it makes it look a little bit better, let me know. It's for the money trick. And hopefully that made it look a little better than it did before. It feels better. It feels thinner. It feels thinner, kind of. So I kind of like that. It feels a little bit thinner. And that's kind of what I wanted, was it to be a little bit thinner. Anyway, all right. I need to see that in replay. Me too. I don't even know how it works. I don't know a clue how it works. Anyway, all right. A ain't coming. So we just did that one. Now, Boo Boo, what are R's next step towards me? I kind of told him off this weekend. Boo Boo, I think it's time. I think it's time that you told R off. Now, we've seen in previous reads. I mean, I'm not even kidding here. We have seen in previous readings that R really likes you. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they show it a lot. I think they have a little bit of conflicting things, right? They have some conflicting things going on. Sometimes they're not comfortable. Sometimes they don't know what's going on. There's a little bit of conflict within. A little bit of conflict within them. Okay? The R, it's a little bit of a conflict within R. I don't think R is straight up with you ever. And that's a problem. Boo-boo, that's a problem. Boo-boo, it's a problem. R is never really straight up with you. R isn't straight up with you right now. And that's what I think. The Chariot, they got their own thing going on, and it is really going to piss you off is what's going to happen. I'm just saying, it's really going to tick you off. Now, when this person's around, this is an important card here. Okay? This is a great card, but also it's a lot of drama. It's a lot of drama. Combined with this one, it is right next to that one. It's so close. I think that R likes the spice is what I think. I think R likes the spice. They like to be told up. They like to have this interaction. They like to feel alive. They have some interesting things going on over there that they're just going to take out on you, basically, at this point. They think you're kind of a sponge for everything that upsets them. They want to sort of just release this emotion, maybe this anger, release this confusion onto you. I think it's on purpose. I think it literally is on purpose. They want to start the drama. They want to do things with the drama. Now, getting this person to level out getting them to equal out, getting them to calm down is rough. It's not going to be easy. This is going to be one of the roughest things ever, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? This is going to be rough, is what it's going to be. But I think you're okay for now. HK, thank you for your donation. Sirat, thank you for joining the stream. How you doing? But yeah, I think you're just going to put up with their drama at this point. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, then you're going to have to get rid of them. But I don't think you're getting rid of them anytime soon. Quite frankly, I don't think you're getting rid of this person anytime soon. I really don't. I really don't. I think they like the drama. I think they take things out on you because I think they feel safe communicating with you and even just taking stuff out on you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, look at this. The Chariot, we'll talk about this on Behind the Readings. The Chariot into the disappointment. The Chariot into the dried up feelings. All the things that ain't working, all the things that are sort of poisoning the well here. That's what I'm saying. They're bringing these things in on purpose. And that's one of the things that they're going to do. I mean, if you're going to put up with this individual, you're going to have to put up with that. So that is their next step. I think they're going to repeat it. I don't think they're just going to magically stop. Why would they? Why should they? I think they're going to continue to repeat it. And it's, quite frankly, it's going to work your nerves after a while. You know, it's already working your nerves now, but I think it's going to work your nerves again. What should I do? I have no idea what you should do. I have no idea what you should do. Let's see. That is a very direct question with no easy path. Very direct question with no easy path. I think it fixed some problems I had with this. I think it fixed some problems that I had with this trick. Okay. I think the little press, all of that other stuff fixed the problems that I had. I think we got some decent looking bills now. Got some decent looking bills. It's not as obvious as it was before. You can turn this over all day. You can look at this all day and it doesn't look like anything. I like it. I redid the money trick and I think it's actually better than it was before. It's actually better than it was before. All right. We got a question with no history. We got a question that literally could be anything. It could be, what should I do about this new person in my life? It could be, what should I do about this job? It could be, what should I do about this car that doesn't work? It's been sitting in my front yard forever. The hell should I do with this thing? It could be any of those. It could be any of those. Mana has given us a puzzle and we need to solve it. Now, if I'm going to solve it, I'm going to go with a deck that I really can just sort of pick up and just intuitively just grind down to the essence of the question. I think that's going to be the Gregory Sky, quite frankly. No. I think intuitively, the one that's really been hitting the marks right now is this one. I didn't like it at first. I didn't like it. I didn't like the Curious Travels at first. I'm going to admit that to you now. I'm going to fess up, okay? But it just activates my intuition. It gets my intuition and it just like flips a switch or something up in there. It flips a switch or something in there, and we need to find out in this and see if we get it, if we can score this, All right? All right. You're watching American Horror. It's all about witches. Yeah, it's got warlocks in there too. I'm just saying. All right, let's see. We're going to go full steam on this. We're going to go full cards. We're going to go full steam on it and say, what should you do? All right. Strength, interesting. Doesn't seem like something new. Right? That's the thing about strength card. Can we talk about the strength card? Sometimes the strength card is really about not only having patience, not only getting a connection that you need, not only vying for control or having this illusion of control that doesn't exist, but it feels like that this is something that, has been around for a while too, right? Judgment, I think it's finally coming to an end at some point. You have new things sort of on the horizon. Oh, it's sort of accentuated by this ace. Judgment next to an ace. That's nuts. That is just nuts at this point, right? You're talking about judgment, the rebirth, the reincarnation, number 20. You're talking about the rebirth, the reincarnation, and that is so important here because you're right next to, you're sneaking up on an ace. You have a new communication opportunity that you need to take on this. This is a new opportunity, a new communication thing that you need to take. Now, Four of Pentacles, not everybody is sharing the stuff they need to. Not everybody is fessing up. Not everybody is coming to the table and telling you exactly what's going on. I think you're having to Scooby-Doo too much of this shit. You're having to Scooby-Doo a little too much, okay? I don't think that's okay with you. I don't think it's unacceptable at all, in fact. I think that you need the straight-up answers in this. It's hard to get sometimes. It is. But I think that this thing's coming to a conclusion. You got new opportunities in here. It seems to be something that maybe has gone on for a little while, and not everybody is sharing. That could be you. It could be Mana's talk session ain't talking. The sessions have been closed. Mana ain't talking anymore. You know what I'm saying? But that's the way it goes. That is the way it goes. New communication is going to be kind of good. Things sort of conclude in there. There's some people need to just come out and say their piece, right? It may be you. It may be you. Maybe Mana's talk sessions ain't talking. Or maybe Mana's talk session ain't getting no feedback. But there is something going on that you need to get. You need to get people sort of giving a little more instead of holding on to what they got, right? Holding on to what they got. You know, it's Scooby-Dooing. You know who has time for Scooby-Doo? Not even Scooby-Doo has time for Scooby-Doo, because Scooby-Doo was hitting the weed. Scooby-Doo was hitting the weed, my friends. I mean, you see it. I saw it. You saw it. Everybody that watched that cartoon saw it. That was a dog that enjoyed a doobie. That's what I'm saying. That is a dog that enjoyed, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? The dog, that's a dog that could smoke a bowl. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, all right. I mean, Shaggy, it was, Shaggy was probably the dealer. I'm telling you now, I think Shaggy was kind of the dealer. I don't think Fred or whoever that dude that drove the truck, I don't think he had any idea what was going on back there. I think there was a lot of stuff going on in the back of that van that ain't nobody want to talk about. You know what I mean? I don't know what Scooby was doing back there either, but okay, anyway. All right. Let's see what's going on. Work situation with the younger manager. Oh my. Are you, Scooby-Doo is always faded. I mean, it could be. Anyway, all right. Is the young manager, is this somebody you're chasing? Is this a romantic interest as well? Scooby-Doo is always faded. Okay. Zimmy, what's going on? Good to see you. All right. Tana Ray, welcome. We got Mina, welcome to the stream. We were just talking about Scooby-Doo and weed. I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back. Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, I think, nailed it. I think they nailed the Scooby-Doo reference. If you watch that movie, all right, we're going for another newer deck. Might as well go for a newer deck up here. While we're here, a little bit of the Phantom Tarot. The Phantom Tarot. That is what the damn wasted years. You know, Mana, that's the way things go. It's the way things go sometimes. You just, a lot of big wasted time. Anyway, work situation with the manager. Is this somebody you want to hit it and quit it? Is this somebody take it into the back storeroom and having some fun? I don't know. Anyway, or is he just annoying you? Is he like one of those really gung-ho managers that are working for that promotion and they're gonna throw you under the bus, so they can get it? Is that one of the ones? I don't know. All right, let's see. Tower card, Empress, Devil, High Priestess. Ooh, Jesus Christ. All right, first of all, we all got all majors. They got all majors. High Priestess, Devil, Empress, and the Tower. I think they're leaving, is what I think. All right, you need to do damage control with this person, is what I'm saying. Donna, you need damage control with this person. I would not under any circumstances just be like super upfront with them and tell them everything and be like super kind and nice. There's a lot of crap going on over here, none of which you want. In fact, I would avoid them as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? Okay, here's what happened with me. When I first started working at this one place, I told people mistakenly, I shouldn't have told them. I said that I like to play video games. And so I was the video gamer. And so every time I called in sick, they thought I was just home playing video games, right? And that's not their call. I was, but that's not their call. But what I'm saying is you don't overshare things with this particular person because I think it's going to come bite you in the rear end. That's what I think. High Priestess says they are a source of a lot of information. They're sort of a gossip central. You know what I mean? People are sort of hitting them up. People are sort of talking to them and they're letting them know a little too much. It seems like somebody you could really talk to at some point, but I wouldn't. The devil next to the Empress, they're home. Right? They're comfortable with this, but it's not exactly the best thing. I think they sort of leak things a little too much. Especially the devil with the Tower in the same read. It's kind of rough. I would say dodge them, avoid them. Don't tell them too much of anything. Don't tell them too much of anything. And I'm going out on a limb, Donna, but I think they're going to leave eventually. They're going to get out of here. They're going to leave, and they're not going to be around anymore. They're going to exit stage left. And I think that is what the tarot says. At least that's my interpretation. All right. If you had a good girlfriend in college, let's see what's going on. That is being disgusting, but this is a work environment. You know what I'm saying? There's no rules at work. You know you're going to get stabbed in the back at work. I didn't know. I was young and naive. I didn't know that telling people I played video games. So now, you know what I tell people now? They ask me, what do I do for hobbies? I say that I study for certifications, and I do, you know what I'm saying? I say I do work-related activities like study for certifications or read math books or stuff like that, right? You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep it on the down low sometimes. You gotta let them know. You just gotta say, hey, when I'm not at work, I like working. And then they go, oh, that's fascinating. That's really cool. And then you get out of there and you don't overshare. You don't overshare. Anyway. All right, Matthew, if you're watching. All right. I don't think getting there is going to be too bad in college, right? I don't think it's going to be too bad in college. That's what I'm saying right now.
Music to make love to.
Good news is he is nasty at me. Yeah, you know. Good news is the Two of Cups. I think you're going to make some good connections in college. You are going to have a girlfriend in college. I think the Nine of Cups points to the opportunities, points to, you know, some college girls in there. There's some college girls in there. I think there are good opportunities for that. Page of Cups, don't get too infatuated. Don't get too interested. I think, okay, you got two. You have two. That's what I'm saying. You have two. Honey Delight, thank you for your other donation. You have two opportunities. The first one is going to be important. This is going to be one that you're really, really invested in, but they're not as invested in you as you are them. So you're getting in these stuck situations. You're getting stuck in these situations where you're like, man, okay. In any relationship, there's an imbalance, is what I'm saying. In any relationship, there's imbalance. Even if it's a little imbalance, there's always an imbalance. One person is more interested than the other person. So they're going to be a little more onto it, a little more interested than the other person, right? So sometimes maybe it's a dude. He's more interested in than they are. Or sometimes it's a lady. Or sometimes it's a dude and a dude. Well, one of them's more interested than the other. The first relationship, you're going to be the one that's more interested. That's what I'm saying. That's where we're coming up with this Page of Cups. They are feeling it. I think they sort of going along with it. They just sort of signed up for it just because. Just realize this is not somebody that's going to be sticking around. It's just not somebody that you can rely on. In fact, I think they end up cheating on you. I think this person ends up cheating on you. All right. So that's relationship one. I don't think that's good for you long term. Page of Cups. Don't get too emotionally invested in that Nine of Cups. It looks so good, though. It looks great. You're all signed up. You're all ready. All sorts of action in there. Now, that's the first relationship. We finished with that one. I just dropped that damn card on the floor. Where'd it go? Where'd my card go? Oh, here it is. All right. The second relationship. I think they are more interested in you than you are them. I think that's the good one. I think that's the one that really makes the grade, the one that's like, that really sort of gets you and you end up, you know, sort of having really fond memories with that, right? Because that's the Magician. I have more control. It's also a better connection. The Two of Cups. It's not like a Page of Cups where we're just not sort of socially prepared for this. The Two of Cups. Okay, it says that this is somebody more interested in me than I am them, but it is a fantastic connection. It is a great connection. The Magician says you have more power, more control over this than you did in the first one. I don't think this one cheats on you. I think that you end up breaking up with them after a long period of time, but I think it's a good relationship, longer term relationship. And I also think that you know this person for a long period of time after college, long period of time after college. So there you go. There you go. Matthew, if you're watching, let me know. Matthew, if you're watching, please hit that like and sub button. I'm just saying, Matthew. I'm just saying. You can't hit the like and sub button later after college because I'm just saying. You got to hit it now, right? You got to hit the like and sub button now. All right. Anyway. All right. Now the second one. You know what I'm saying? All right. HK, how does James feel about me? By the way, I've gotten a promo. I've gotten a promo for the new stuff coming out. The new stuff that is coming out right now. This is the Ultimate Tarot Creation class. Let me see if I can share this. Let me see if this is the Ultimate Tarot Creation class. Let me go over here. All right. I'm going to go for, there we go. All right. So let me go to the page 1. There we go. Let me go. What is this crap? Okay, let me go to page. Geez, what is this? After one day. Okay, let me go to page 1 of this. This is creating your own tarot. This is a class to creating your own tarot, right? I'm going to go over everything. This is going to be the most comprehensive class on tarot creation that's ever been made. Literally the most comprehensive class that's ever been made. And I can prove it by resizing the window when you actually see this. That'd be great. Okay, there you go. Create your own tarot. Now, I'm going to go through physical media like watercolor, paint versus digital media, right? I'm going to show you how to cheat at some of this stuff to where you can put objects in, you can do things very quickly, you can optimize and streamline your whole workflow. For example, my card here only took me 4 hours because I focused on this and the rest of it was digitally created in like 30 seconds. Digitally created in like 30 seconds. We're going to have watercolor, gouache, acrylic, oil paint, and pastels. I'm going to make a tarot card in each of those. I'm going to tell you what brands to get, the types to get, the papers to use, the benefits of each. Oil paints, how do you go non-toxic? How do you reduce the cost? This could get expensive. Paper, canvas on stretched, canvas boards. I'm going to tell you techniques for oil painting, tricks to save time. Pastels, how do you find the right paper? What brands of pastels are going to be good? How do you save money? How do you correct mistakes? And then we're going to go digital. I'm going to show you how to do Procreate and the Affinity Suite on the iPad and on the PC. I'm going to show you how to create tarot cards on both platforms, how to trace things rather than draw. It could make it much easier. If you need to get an artist, how to find one. Where do you print your stuff? How do you write your book that goes with it? How do you make a tarot bag? How do you make tarot cloths? Where do you print those? How do you do it? How do you color correct it? How do you get it in the right color scheme to do that? Then we're going to talk about Kickstarter, crowdfunding. How do you do that? Now I have extra decks. How do I sell those on Etsy, eBay, and Amazon? And it's going to be only on Patreon. So that's going to be a new video every week. It's going to be about 50 hours long. Anyway, let me know what you think. So I need to finish honing this and I will announce it tomorrow. So it's going to be kind of fun. It is going to be kind of fun. So, you know, there it is. Anyway, all right. Now we're back to the reads. 2 more reads. I guess we'll end soon, Like a super duper early ending tonight. There you go. All righty. Anyway, how does James feel about me? Let's go. Speaking of my own deck, let's go with my own deck. Mine as well, since we're hyping it and whatnot. Oh, no, let's not do that. Let's go with the Mom's Tarot. Or the Modern Love Tarot. Modern Love Tarot would be good. Digital tablet for drawing hasn't touched it, so I'm going to take it over. That's what I'm saying, Linda. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, that's going to be on Patreon. I don't know how to organize that yet. But I'm going to announce that tomorrow. So that's going to be a big, cool thing, fun thing to do. So, yeah, I'm going to teach you all oil painting, going to teach you all digital painting and all that other stuff. It's super easy. It's super easy because there's certain libraries that you need to pick up that'll make it so much easier than what you're thinking. And I think a lot of people are like, I have to do every little thing. I have to draw every little thing. And that's not real. That's not reality. You could do a lot of stuff on the computer in 30 seconds and save yourself hours and hours and hours and hours. Anyway, how does James feel about me? Judgment, Ace of Wands, and the King of Wands. They're definitely on the upside of this thing. It's definitely on the upside. I think they do sort of cycle through. Some days it's great. Some days it's not so great. Some days it's good memories. Some days it's not good memories kind of thing. Ace of Wands says that James does have a bit of interest. James does want to pursue things. James does want to make a connection. That's going to be important. Because the Judgment card, the rebirth, reincarnation, next to an ace is always incredible. We did this earlier. It's always incredible. It means there's a new start coming in. There's something fresh coming in. There's something advantageous for everybody coming into this. And I think that is going to be very important. It'll be very important because they're ready to go. They are ready to rock and roll. They're ready to go. So there you go. Now, that's my opinion on this. King of Wands says be cautious of how far you go very quickly. Does that make sense? How far that you go very quickly. Don't get wrapped up in anything. Take it casual, take it easy, and do that. I think they like you, right? We got the two reincarnation. They got the two good starts, fresh starts, getting cranked up and getting it going. I think that's going to be there. I think that is going to be there. Anyway, speaking of being there, Honey Delight wants a sweet little baby girl in my future. Now, there are some good cards for pregnancies. There are some amazing cards for pregnancies. Let's find out. And we got Zimmy. I guess you donated a PayPal. I don't know what's going on. You can't decide on a car, BMW or Mercedes. I don't know. Zimmy, I don't know if you did, but I don't see it yet. Anyway, let's go for the Tarot Tower. Let's go for the Tarot Tower. If we're going to do pregnancies, I kind of like the wheel. I kind of like the golden wheel. I think that's going to be pretty cool. I think it'll be pretty cool indeed. We'll do Zimmy's read. After this, too, you know what's on sale? $30 referral for both of us. There you go. All right. Let's see what is happening. Bamboo tablet, Wacom. Yeah, the tablet really helps if you're going to do that. That's why I like the iPad. That's why I like the iPad. It's so simple. It's so easy to use and all this other stuff. Anyway, all right, we have definite pregnancy cards here. 3 of Wands, 6 of Swords, and the Temperance card. Actually, I think it's a boy. We're going with a boy here. I just get a lot of male sort of feelings from this. I think it's a boy. All right. Crystal's in Pain. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right. I'm thinking that you do have a boy on the way. I think that you do, not literally, but I think that you do have a boy in your future. 3 of Wands, you are seeking, searching, scanning the environment for this. Zimmy, I just got it. There we go. All right, we're seeking, scanning, searching the environment for this. And I think that's something that's important here because I think that you are in the creation mode. You are in that mode where you do have good possibilities. You do have good things happening, good things that could be coming from this. 6 of us, literally, no. You know the jokes tonight. Anyway, the 6 of Swords has a child in it. Most 6 of Swords has a child within it, right? But the 6 of Swords takes a time. It's a slow-moving vehicle. We've covered this on all of the other videos. It's a slow-moving vehicle. They got sticks. They're jamming it into the water, and they're pushing the boat along very slowly. So I do think that we have a slow progress. In other words, it's going to be a while. But there is a child normally on the boat or in the car. That's a pretty good thing with here, 6 of Swords. Temperance card is where it kind of goes overboard here. We have a lot of males. And the Temperance card almost has a hermit feel. in this particular thing. It almost feels like we have the tree kind of watching down on this situation. And we have sort of this pregnancy here. I know obviously it's a dude. We don't have, okay, anyway, we have sort of this holding on, right? Holding on. I think he's sort of gesturing to himself, pointing towards a boy. Anyway, it's going to be a while. I do think that you have a child that will be in your future. I do think it is a boy. So there you go. That is my read. That is my interpretation of it. So, you know what I mean? Anyway, Zimmy has something to say. Zimmy has a throwdown up in here. I can't decide on a car. BMW or Mercedes? Oh, my.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
That is a tarot throwdown indeed. A tarot throwdown indeed. Buddy Israel, thank you very much for your very generous donation. I appreciate that. All right. Let's see what's going on. BMW or Mercedes? I mean, it sounds like the Zimmy did the money trick. Zimmy did the real money trick. Zimmy's looking for a car, maybe a Toyota or something. And then Zimmy's like, hey, it's raining hundreds over here. And I'm gonna get me a BMW or a Mercedes, is what I'm saying. A BMW or a Mercedes is what I'm saying. All right, let's see. All right. BMW up here, Mercedes over here. What? It's gonna be the action here. Man, you are connected on those BMWs. The BMW wins by a mile. First off, we have Dominion. Going to be important. And we have what you will love. What you're going to get in, what you are going to get into, what you're going to drive, what you're going to enjoy, because it's all about enjoyment. It's all about getting into this and getting excited about it. And just sort of feeling it. I don't think you're feeling the Mercedes. I'll be honest with you. I don't think you're feeling the Mercedes. Mercedes is out. I think the BMW, the Beamer, is going to be your best friend. It's going to be something you get into and you're just like, yes. Yes, it's so comfortable. It feels so natural. It feels like you've always been there. You've always been in there. It feels like it's just like meant to be. I think that's what the BMW is for you. Because I think driving around in a higher end car, you need it to be you. It needs to match your style. It needs to be so comfortable. You feel like it's an extension of your body. I think the Beamer just makes that great. I think it really does. Anyway, let's see what else is going on over here. Crystals and Paint General for the rest of the year. What's going on? All right, we do. Oh man, what is it doing? Crystals and Paint like the cat deck, but she also likes the Modern Witch Tarot. We're going to do Modern Witch Tarot. We're going to see what happens. We're going to see how it goes and see what we can get into with the little witches, modern witches. All right, Crystals and Paint the rest of the year. I think the Ten of Pentacles says you're in for some money. I think we do have some money. We do have some income in here. I also think we have some better connections. Okay, you've had problems getting connected. You have problems getting connected a little bit, right? You had problems getting connected a little bit to this, and I don't think that's going to be a problem anymore. We have more choices when it comes to connections. We have more choices when it comes to friends, relationship potentials and whatnot. We have more connection possibilities. We have more times that we can get out, talk to people, make connections, make the grade. Knight of Cups talks about maybe a romance, talks about a lot of good sort of connections that we make, making new friends, making good things happen. I think that's going to be important. And the Ten of Pentacles, getting a little bit more money, getting a little bit more cash. It looks like it's just a positive rate. More cash, more money, more stability. We have better connections with friends. We have more opportunities to make friends and to get connections going, especially, you know, somebody with maybe we have romantic interest in. Knight of Cups. I think you meet somebody that has a lot of potential as a romantic sort of connection with that. Page of Cups, though, it does say you feel sort of disconnected still. You do still feel a little bit disconnected from things that how they're going or where they're going or how they're moving or whatnot. Anyway, that is just sort of a clip or a preview for, 2022. or sorry, rest of the year. So rest of the year. I think things are wrapping up. Things are getting better. Things are moving on. Things are moving on. I think that is it, right? I think that is it. Things are moving on. 2022 is going to be better. Things are going to be a little bit better. Things are going to improve. Things are going to go up. I like it. Buddy Israel, let me know what your question is. I greatly appreciate a very generous donation. Anyway, before we come back to Buddy Israel, for now, we're going to go with Boo Boo. Well, I have a girl, a boy, or twins. All right, we can do another throwdown. That's fine. Throwdown tonight it is.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
And see what is going on. Want to know if my husband's feeling for me or does he miss me? Will he call or message me? Okay. All right. Let's see. I have 5. It isn't difficult for me. I mean, you got to practice. Once you get enough practice into making babies, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. You just got to get, you know what I'm saying? It's like tennis. You got to get in there and you got to hit the ball a few times. You got to hit the ball a few times. You know what I'm saying?
Hooray!
All right. Boy, girl, or twins? Boy, girl, or twins? I think twins is out. Megan, what's going on? Good to see you. Poonam, hello. Boy, girl, twins. I think twins is out. You have the Lord of Defeat with the Fool. It's almost like we try, and we try again. We just can't get the twins thing to happen. Something's going on with the twins thing. I don't like it. Lord of Defeat sniffing around in there. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work for me. That's what I'm saying. So now we're stuck with a boy over here or a girl over here. And a lot of interesting cards here. I'm just saying, a lot of interesting cards. Buddy Israel, I got your question. Thank you so much. I think the boy thing, weird read, man. I think that boy thing is a weird read. We have the Lord of Victory along with the Celebration. I'm really leaning towards a girl. I'm sorry, a boy, girl, boy, twins. Boy is looking really good. Boy's looking really good. Lord of Victory with a Celebration, with a dynamic, with a lot of fun, with a lot of interesting things happening here. I don't know. I'm going to go with the boy. I think a boy is where you're at. I think a boy is where you are at and where it's going to happen. That's just my opinion. I think a boy is where it's at and where it's going to happen. So there you go. Anyway, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say it. I wasn't going to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. I think you have both. Not at the same time. I think you have both. This is just intuition only, but there's interesting things in the cards too that kind of led me that direction, but I'm just going with that. Anyway, all right, we got Buddy Israel has a question. Buddy Israel, thank you for your very generous donation tonight. I greatly appreciate that. How does a Leo feel about me? Let's find out what the Leo is doing. We're going to go over here. We're going to get a good card. I'm going to go with a little bit of the Gregory Scott. Gregory Scott is going to be done. Gregory Scott is going to be done tonight. You got to put the Gregory Scott down sometime. This is the time. This is the time. I think you have both at separate times. All right. The Leo feels about me. Knight of Swords. Interesting. Queen, High Priestess, and the Ten of Cups. Is this something, Jay, thank you for your very generous donation over PayPal. Appreciate you. Is this something that's been going on, or is this somebody new? Is this somebody new, or is this something that's been going on a while? The reason I say that is because the happy home, happy family of the Ten of Cups with the High Priestess, it's almost like you have a price to pay for the happy home, happy family. It's like you have a price to pay for this. It's like this person makes you pay a price for this. I think there's a great possibility for happy home, happy family. The Queen of Cups, I think you have a lot of emotion that comes out for this particular individual. I think that you end up having a lot of emotion tied to this individual, or you already have had a lot of emotion tied to this particular individual. But it feels like it's sort of imbalanced, or it's just not the same, or it's a little too much. It's a little too much. That's one of the things with the Queen of Cups. It's almost like there's too much of something here, right? And you sort of see that in the picture too. It's a little over the top, right? It's a little too fantasy. It's a little over the top. There's too much emotion in this, and there needs to be more logic in this. There needs to be more planning. There needs more preparation. There needs to be something happening in this. But it feels like it's something old. It is old. It's been going on. Okay. Ten of Cups and the High Priestess. I think the bottom line is they're not going to be straight up with you. I think because they're a Leo, because the way that they are, they're going to play a little game here. They're not going to be straight up. They're not going to be just forward and sort of telling you how it is. You have to sort of play these games. You got to go back and forth. You got to play. And it feels like unless you play the game, they're not all that interested in participating sometimes. You know what I'm saying? We got another PayPal donation. We got a ton of donations. Thank you for the other PayPal donation. S, thank you for your PayPal donation. Let me know what your question is, S. I don't want to say your name in case you don't want your name. Anyway, Poonam, whose reading is this? This is Buddy Israel. It's right there. Okay. Anyway, Knight of Swords. They're going to come and they're going to go. They're going to come and they're going to go, right? They're going to come forward. They're going to leave. They're going to come forward. They're going to back off. It's going to be one of those where they're back and forth. I think that's going to be a situation you have to deal with. I think they're not going to be straightforward with it. Do they like you? I think Ten of Cups says yes. I think Queen of Cups says there's too much emotion in this. There's almost too much of everything in this, actually. High Priestess says it's very difficult to read this person. It will always be difficult to read this person. So that's the way it goes. That is the way it goes. But how do they feel about you? They wouldn't be talking to you if they didn't like you. That's number one rule of anybody. They wouldn't be talking to you if they did not like you. So if they're talking to you, that's a good thing. That is a great thing indeed. All right, we got Rose. My son get into engineering at the local university. That is interesting indeed. Engineering is a great thing. I am a software engineer, but that's a different thing. That is a different thing. All right. It's not like a real engineer. Sorry. Sorry. If you're a software developer, I'm sorry. You're not really an engineer. Sorry, bad news. All right. Go look at an electrical engineer. That's like totally different. That's like really engineering. Okay. Anyway, in my opinion, of course, entertainment purposes only. Never be an engineer based upon a fat man reading cards on the internet. Anyway, death. Six of Wands and the Queen of Swords. No, I think they'll get into something different. I think they like something different. Rose. They're going to like something different than what they're thinking they like. Okay? I'm just telling you now. They're going to get there. They're going to look at it. They're going to try it out. And they're going to say, screw this. And they're going to do something else. Death. There are some changes happening. I think they'll be very successful at what they do. But they need to find out what they want to do. Because I think what they want trying to do is either something that's dead end, or it's something they won't get through, or something they'll get bored of. The Six of Wands is Lord of Victory, but the Queen of Swords says in another manner and another thing. Death says in a different type of thing. But basically, there's something different that they want to get into. So I would encourage them to don't get laser focused on this one thing, but to have a little bit of a spread there. See what other things they're interested in. See what other things that they might be attracted to. See what other things they could be in there. So I think that's going to be important. It is going to be crucial. It is going to be crucial because they are either going to dead end with this, or they're going to get bored with it. Most likely get bored with it, or something like that. Interesting stuff. Anyway, Jade wants to know. Let's see. Get a bachelor's. Okay, we have a lot of schooling questions tonight. Get a bachelor's in accounting. All right, get a bachelor's in accounting. Should I not get a bachelor's in accounting? If I was going to get a bachelor's in accounting, I would use this one right here. I was just saying, the Mons Tarot. The Mons Tarot makes the grade. This is the amazing deck of all time. You have to get it done. You got to do it with a Mons Tarot. That's what I'm saying. You're going to have to get this done. We might as well get it done with a Mons Tarot. By the way, we're ending soon. We're ending soon indeed. We need to go take a shower and eat a banana. We are not leaving tonight. We're hanging out tonight. We're going to chill out. We're going to play with Kitty. And then we're going to go watch some TV and hang out and just relax tonight. 10 of Cups. I like it. 10 of Cups is nice. It's a nice thing. Death of 7 of Swords. What's the difference with the death card and the education readings tonight? Something's going on. Should I get a bachelor's degree in accounting? 7 of Swords says we are going into that. Death says there are some modifications to it that we need to make it work. I think you can make it work. Yes. Yes, you can make it work. I think that's something absolutely possible. 7 of Swords says I'm carrying this. I'm putting that in there. I'm changing it up. I'm getting in there. Is this like a last-ditch effort or something? Jade, what's going on? Are you trying to get a different job, trying to start a different career, or you trying to boost your career or anything like that? Like, what's going on there? It seems like something interesting is happening here, that there's more to this than just the question. You know what I mean? There's more to this than just this one question. Something else is going on. It's like we're taking a second shot at it. We're taking a second shot at it. Come on, shoot head first. I have no idea who donated PayPal. If you're S from PayPal, what's your question? Let me know. Let me know, or I will just email you and do a separate video. You know, if you're S on PayPal, I'll email you on PayPal and I'll get you a question. I'll do you a separate video. There you go. You're trying to get a job for this. Okay, that makes sense. So something that you're trying to. You're getting it. You're trying to get this done. A 7 of Swords, kind of a last-ditch effort. Death. This is the finale. This is my last shot. This is something I'm going to do. See if something I can get into. See if something I can conclude with. I think it's something you're going to be excited about. I think it's something you can make your home. Yeah. But it feels a little last-ditch effort. It feels like I got to ask, right? I don't want to be nosy. What happened with the original efforts? Like, what happened with the original excitement, the original efforts? So I assume that accounting's not, you said accounting's not your first thing, right? What's making you lean towards accounting versus something else? Why can't you get something that takes a certification or something that's sort of simple? Or what happened to the initial career choices? Why did they go wrong? Because I'm thinking that could go wrong here too, but you have to sort of address that situation before you get into it. But yeah, it does take a long time. It does take quite a bit of time. Is this something that you're super passionate about? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Accounting is very specific, but there is a lot of career opportunities in there, right? Not only we work at an accounting firm or something like that, you can also do people's taxes on the side, or you can do people's books on the side or something like that too, right? But is this something that you're passionate about enough? The reason I say that is the Ace of Cups and the 10 of Cups. It's like, what are you passionate about? Is it going to be accounting? Can you see yourself staring at some screen somewhere, typing in 1,000 different entries into QuickBooks Pro or whatever, and then somebody says, this is off by $1 or something, you know what I mean? And then you're like, oh man, so now you have to review all 10,000 transactions and figure out where the dollar is off or something like that. I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm saying this is something that your Ace of Cups, 10 of Cups, you're really passionate about, right? Because you have to do that in almost any job. Like, I'm a software engineer, application developer, and I have to look through 10,000, 20,000 lines of code to find out why something's screwing up. So, you know, you're not isolated in that. But is this something that you are that invested in? It's sort of what the tarot's asking you. Is that something that you're invested in getting? Because it does take a long time. If you do it, if you're halfway through it, now you've wasted 2 years, and now all of a sudden, you've wasted 2 years, a lot of money, and it ain't something that you want to do. Find your passion is what it's saying. The Cups, find your passion, and see where it goes. My passion is software development, right? Because that's the big thing. My passion is software development. So I don't mind going through 20,000 lines of code and finding the one line that's screwing it up because that's like a puzzle or riddle for me. And it's kind of fun. It's like putting together a 500-piece puzzle, right? It's kind of fun. You know, it's kind of fun. And for me, that is kind of fun. So I know I'm taking too long in this reading. I apologize. But that's kind of fun for me. So that is my Ace of Cups, Ten of Cups. I like discovering that. I like solving a problem that nobody else can solve. I don't mind doing that. But I got to ask you the same question. So anyway, but that is it. That is it. And so that kind of answers your question in a long roundabout way. Poonam may be S on PayPal. I don't know. Poonam, are you S on PayPal? Your phone's dying. We're down to the last 3% of your phone. I don't know if that's you or not. You keep asking the same question, so you could be the PayPal donation. I don't know. But so what I'm going to do, okay, whoever donated on PayPal, I'm going to message you right now on PayPal because I have no idea who you are in the stream. And you're going to message me back with your question, and then I'm going to do I'm going to do a separate reading for you in a separate video. Not right now, but tomorrow. So you have a separate video pop up tomorrow. You'll see it. Everybody will see it, and it's your reading. Anyway, I'm going to message you right now, and thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. So we will see you tomorrow.